Today's conversation is going to be one for the books. I've been waiting so long to get this amazing woman in the chair. She's my friend, and you're going to find out why. Dr. Joy.
This doctor.
Yes.
Hey, y'all.
You not Dr. Joy?
I received it.
She almost got rev high
Oh.
on a Ziploc bag
Jesus Christ.
of edible chocolate chip cookies. So I want to first say thank you for
You're
not
welcome.
giving them to me.
You're welcome.
Because this interview would have gone a completely different way had I taken them home,
No.
warmed them up in the microwave,
No.
and slept for 2 days. Because I would have ate the whole bag having absolutely no clue.
No.
What is your rendering of the story? Do you remember this?
Mom and Dad.
Do you remember the incident?
Yes, I remember the incident.
Okay. How did we figure out that we were talking about two different things?
Because of my directions to you were do not drive. Do not take these in the car.
Yes.
Do not, or we're going to be on the news.
Yes.
It's going to be my fault.
Yes.
Yes.
So thank you.
You're welcome. I
So-
saved his life, y'all.
You saved my life. She almost got rev high
Oh.
on a Ziploc bag
Jesus Christ.
of edible chocolate chip cookies. So I want to first say thank you for
You're
not
welcome.
giving them to me.
You're welcome.
Because this interview would have gone a completely different way had I taken them home,
No.
warmed them up in the microwave,
No.
and slept for 2 days. Because I would have ate the whole bag having absolutely no clue. What is your rendering of the story? Do you remember this?
Mom and Dad.
Do you remember the incident?
Yes, I remember the incident.
Okay. How did we figure out that we were talking about two different things?
Because of my directions to you were do not drive. Do not take these in the car.
Yes.
Do not, or we're going to be on the news.
Yes.
It's going to be my fault.
Yes.
Yes.
So thank you.
You're welcome. I
So-
saved his life, y'all.
You saved my life.
The law of the land, you can,
It's not legal. in
y'all,
Baltimore.
he's talking about the past.
Yes.
We're progressing
Okay.
and in the
All right.
future.
We're here now. What should the conversation the church have about cannabis?
I think the medicinal factors and the benefits of the plant should definitely be talked about and introduced. I know most of us have enjoyed the plant.
Who's most of us?
People on the earth
Yes.
have enjoyed the plant, and the psychoactive thing that THC does, we don't have to do that in church. It's up
Yes.
to you, however you want to do that. But there are oils and things that stop pain, increase sleep, increase appetites for those who don't have an appetite, cancer patients, different things, even people who have Parkinson's, the shakes stop. It just gives people a peace of mind. I think we should dive deeper into the medicinal side of it, not the lit, using it recreationally just because. It's actually medicine.
Yes. Every time I see you, you're always on an even keel, always very calm.
I'm very calm, yes.
Yes. Always seemingly at peace.
Mhm.
What do you attribute that to?
My self-care practices. My self-care practices. And I will be
Yes.
honest,
Yes.
I am a herbalist at heart.
Yes.
So let's be clear.
Yes.
There are other herbs outside of marijuana that allow you to be calm. If you love that, and then too, you don't have to smoke just marijuana. You know what I'm saying? To feel calm, there's chamomile, lavender, Egyptian lotus. If you mix all three of those, you'll have the same effect of calmness. So tinctures are when the herbs are like infused with glycerin, alcohol, yes, but it is over time it gets diluted in the herbs, and you just drop them under your tongue, almost like you would do a CBD oil.
Yes. So they say that marijuana, CBD, cannabis is not addictive. Is that correct?
I don't think it's addictive. It's
Yes.
not my belief that it is.
But you take it a lot.
Cannabis?
Yes.
I don't take it a lot.
Tell me, what is your herb of choice?
My herb of choice to drink? Is that what you're
Whatever you
referring
do.
to?
Whether it's a hot tea.
A hot
Or
tea.
tunic. What are you saying? What's the word under your tongue?
Tincture.
Tincture.
Yes. So the herbs in my tinctures is called Cloud9 by a lady named Key, who has a dope herbal line. I wish I knew the name, girl. I would say it. But that one is to calm you. So it's Domenia, which is a nice one.
Yeah.
Maca, which gives you a bit of energy, but it still, keeps you grounded.
Yeah.
I take dandelion root every day. I take red raspberry leaf every day. What else am I? I take so many teas, and then too, it depends on what I'm trying to do that day too.
Yes.
If I need energy, I'm dropping some CBD oil in there. If I'm in pain, I'm dropping CBD oil in my teas. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me how that for you as a spiritual being,
Mm-hmm.
how does that complement or conflict with your spiritual life?
My tea?
Whatever herbs. I don't know how you taking it under your tongue, your tea.
You're so funny.
You in a cookie. I don't know how you doing it.
I don't eat cannabis cookies.
Yes.
Okay, so all my stuff, every herb that I take benefits me spiritually because it aligns, right? So let's just use dandelion root. I take that every day because it cleanses your kidneys, liver, and everything else. If you have kidney stones, I dare you drink it every day, 3 times a day. They will drop out, so the longer I live, the longer I could be the spiritual being.
You have, Joy, the second most popular spiritual adjective name for Black people.
Mm-hmm.
First is hope. All of us had a hope in the 4th grade. All of us had a joy in our class by 7th grade. And it's interesting that we use these 2 names for the people who are the most stressed, the most depressed, and the most anxious. How, during stressful times, do you live up to your name?
I call it out, and I remember who I am in those moments. And it's not by happenstance that my name is Joy. I think it's who I am, and above all things, I always go there to that frequency. That is so good. In the most stressful times, yes, I just look where the light is, and I go there. And
what was the season of your life it was hardest for you to be Joy?
I would say becoming a mom, a single mom, had to be the hard. That's when I, because my parents are pastors, so I got pregnant. And of course, I went into hiding. A lot of people, this is probably the first time people ever heard that I have a son.
My first time. My first time.
Yeah, because I kept it, because PKs can't have kids, it was shunned upon. And
where are you from?
I'm from here, born and raised, Decatur. What's that?
Oh, wow. You would have never guessed. You're so global.
The church didn't accept it, so my pregnancy was hidden when, looking back, I wish I would have embraced it a bit more and wasn't so hard on myself. But through that pain came purpose, and I'm here today because I fought through all the things. And I'm still, learning how to be a good mom, to this day.
With all of that you had to suppress and hide and navigate, how did you find the strength or the faith to still keep going to church? I keep saying it over and over again. I didn't even know you were a PK when I invited you. That is so hard for adult PKs to go to church.
I stopped going. So it wasn't that I continued. I stopped going while I was pregnant because I just didn't feel like anybody wanted to see me that way. When I had him, I remember going back when he was about 6-7 weeks, real tiny, and it still was, well, you can't sing, but you can come,
Wow.
You can't do this, but you can come, And so eventually once, he got a little older, then they'll start, okay, well, you can sing now. You can come back. You can come back. Good job, whatever.
Your sentence is over.
Yeah. So it was hard to do that for a while because you're still under this condemnation cloud.
Tell me how that navigated with your parents and your pregnancy. And the reason I ask is my sister and I were raised by very spiritual people, very integral people. And Joy, my parents never had a birds and bees conversation with me. They didn't even know I was having sex till Topaz got here.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so we had to have a real come to Jesus meeting. How did you navigate that with your parents?
We didn't have the birds and the bees talk either. My parents are old school, very strict, and they still don't play games at this age. I ain't gonna say my age, but at this age, I still be, I'll play with my parents now.
Right.
So it was hard to navigate that because when I told them, my mom is always very, what, Joy, no. It's real shocking. And so my dad is always the understanding. My dad is always the understanding. I love you. We're gonna do whatever we need to do. Like, he was very much he's the reason why my son is here. Wow. If he wouldn't have had that conversation with me over the phone that day, he probably wouldn't have been here, honestly. Because I wasn't ready. I was very scared.
But is he also the same one that put you off the choir?
No, I was working at another church.
Oh, you weren't at his church?
I stopped going to my parents' church like around right out of high school. Yeah.
Wow.
Because I had been going forever, and then church anniversaries on my birthday. So after high school, I was like, I'm in college. I'm about to celebrate my birthday for the first time. Right. Because growing up as a pastor's kid, you're always in church. That is your whole life.
Yes.
And there is no balance. It's just Jesus, 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 Jesus. And not that that's bad either. It's just at that age, you get curious. You want to know what else is out there. And then when you have friends who are out there.
Oh, yeah. You get a pass.
You be like, y'all doing what? And y'all ain't dead?
Listen, I remember the first time I ever cussed. I stopped because I thought lightning was getting ready to hit me. I say to a lot of people, those of us who were raised in church, learned church, but didn't know God. What was your God moment for you to say, wow, this thing is real?
I would say I stopped going to church for about 3 years. And in those 3 years of not actually going and worshiping and sitting amongst people, listening to pastors, honestly, I was like, I just want to know who God is outside of somebody telling me who he is.
Yes.
And so I went on my own spiritual journey, researching a lot of things. And one of the things that stuck with me was that it was his grace, the fact that he created me. One of the things that stuck with me was that it was his grace, the fact that he created me in his image, in his likeness. And it's kind of like, I can't be separate from that no matter what I do.
That's right.
And in church, it's a lot of, you can't. And instead of the grace of God and the love of God, because he's a loving father. And I don't think that that's preached enough, because we do have rules. The rules are real strict, even just with money. You can't love money, and I love money.
Yes.
And money loves me. So it's kind of like I had to unlearn a few things so my life could be better. And coming out of the slavery mindset, the sheep.
Yeah.
I just feel like we're victorious. And once I learned that, my life became better.
How do you find that space? You are clearly an independent thinker. You think outside of the box.
Okay.
And church is so uniform. You got to dress this way, talk this way, act this way. And you don't follow the rules.
I follow the rules.
What rules?
God's rules.
You wearing sunglasses inside.
This is not, first of all, these are prescription.
No, they look great.
Thank you. These are prescription. I can't see.
Me neither.
So, but I just chose some tint because I saw Marvin Gaye. Anyway, I liked them, and I was like, "Oh, I want those." But I feel like I follow the rules. I just follow the goodness part.
Yes.
I'm not in trouble.
Yes.
God's not mad at me
Come on.
for the things that I've done, and so I just live in that
Grace.
vein. With
I
we gotta edit this.
no,
Not say that.
no, I got it.
Oh my God.
He's not
So-
mad at us.
He's not.
Yes.
I feel that's just how I feel. Forgiveness is for all of us, and the love of God is unconditional. And I feel like humans deal with conditions, and so I just don't live in those.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of people who share our testimony in terms of PK's finding your life journey, but a whole lot more who on the other side of it don't come to church. This is the largest demographic of young Black people who don't come to church, don't subscribe to any organized faith. What do you think the church is doing wrong that will help us capture those who are falling in between the net?
Deal with mental health a little more. See the person, because we've been preaching the Bible a long, long, long time. And I'm not saying I love all the stories in the Bible. I love what they stand for and how they help us navigate life today, right? And I feel like if we dealt with, say, Moses had a stutter and he was just like, why me? Why me? There's a ton of people who God has called to do things, and they're saying, I can't do that because I had a baby. And I feel like if we dealt with the mind of Christians more and put that in the forefront, a lot of people would stay. But if we're always condemning, I don't think that there's room for this newer generation who actually have a lot of information
Yes.
at their fingertips, things that keep their attention a little more. But I think if we dug into the hearts of people outside, just using the word to grab them in a different way.
Yeah, and I think that we are no longer dealing with transformation because that's a process. We just want an encounter or want a moment or a praise break, but not really walking through in discipleship. I just read, Joy, yesterday that Kanye West has launched Yeezy Porn after having given a full testimony that he had an addiction to porn. He left that addiction to porn, did a whole gospel album. Now, on the other side of it is doing a whole porn site to which he acknowledged was the area of his brokenness. While he's doing the gospel album, all of the preachers are around him. Everybody is taunting him, but nobody safeguarded that place. How do we really instill the full process of healing is beyond just that moment?
Making it a priority, I guess. Like even if it was just small groups, making sure that y'all have a place for them to go. If you're dealing with depression, this one is for you. If you're dealing with pornography, this class is for you.
Yeah.
Making things available for people who are actually dealing with situations. Even I thought it was dope. I don't know the name of this organization, but it was 24-hour prayer, right? And if it's 2:00 in the morning and you need to call, it's available, you know?
Wow.
It's just not. Church has become to me, gotta watch my mouth. Church has become to me a business, right? Where we come to church, it's a time limit. They're gonna sing. We know what's gonna happen.
Yes.
But there's never this moment where I know if I came in sad that they're gonna speak directly to that. It's just gonna say, God can heal your sadness. God can heal your broken heart. How?
Yeah.
How?
Give us the prescription.
And then when I leave, can I have practical things to do every day to make sure that my happiness is intact? My joy is there. If I'm laying in the bed, do I have a meditation or a prayer treatment that speaks directly to that thing?
Yes.
I just think it's important for the church to just be a little bit more open.
You've talked about your physical health in terms of what it is that you take, the areas for your body that you have to target, what is necessary to have that level of regimen. What is necessary with specificity in terms of the balance of our spiritual beings?
Eating well.
You think eating is spiritual?
Yes.
Eating is spiritual.
Food, yes.
No, not doing health with your spirit.
Yes.
What you eat impacts
yes.
that.
Yes.
Man, I am scared
Yes.
of the atheists I got in this studio.
What?
Oh, listen.
You think the disciples was walking around eating whatever they wanted?
No,
Okay, you
but
think
you saying
Jesus
what
was-
I eat is reflective
Yes.
of my discipline.
Yes, for sure.
You got to unpack that.
So if you're eating, like say for instance, I'm a blood type.
Yes.
Okay. If you know your blood type, eat for it. Because it's almost like God gave us these bodies.
Yeah.
If we say I'm a vessel used for, he uses me in all these ways. You can't live a blessed life if you're putting toxins in your body.
My Lord.
Like how's that even? I'm saying, if I know for a fact I can't have corn, but I'm sitting here eating corn every day.
Yeah.
Like that's outside of.
And corn is also Doritos.
You can't have tortillas. You can't. Oh my God. All I'm saying is if you know you can't have red meat, stop eating it. You'll live longer. Your organs will work better.
Mhm.
All of that. So.
Yeah, I've just.
But food is a spiritual practice. Why you pray over it before you put it in your mouth?
Yes, but I never looked at it as me getting waffles fries from Chick-fil-A is an endangerment to me.
Yeah, I can't have potatoes. So if I get sick, then what happens to your spirit?
Wow.
I'm saying.
You don't eat any potatoes.
Now I will eat some potatoes. I'm not supposed to have them.
Okay.
So I recommend to my clients 90 days, eat for your blood type 100%. And then you'll see that the channel becomes clear. You're lighter. You wake up on time. Your attention is keen.
You're a life coach.
Well, I call it soul coach now. I
Okay.
changed it, yeah.
Tell me the difference between the two.
Because life coach, everybody does it. You can call a life coach and they'll say, do this, do this, do this. But a soul coach, I kind of like to go in the inward parts of a person, like the real stuff.
Yeah. So then with the soul, I want you to soul coach me.
We not doing it.
No, I'm saying when you're dealing with a soul coach, you're dealing with their diet.
Mm-hmm.
You're dealing with what other areas?
Their mind.
Their mind.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was calling you Dr. Joy. And
I know, but I receive it. I'm not a doctor
Yes.
yet, but
You're a good
yeah.
nurse.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that process of your client of detoxifying their soul, am I saying that
For
correct?
sure.
Of detoxifying their soul, how long is that process? If I sign up today, I will be healthy in 90 days.
90
180.
days, you can reset your system for sure if you eat for your blood type.
I have a dear inside friend who said they don't eat chicken anymore
Oh, yeah.
because of all the stuff that's in it.
I'm
But
about
black
to.
people
I think I'm
love
about.
chicken.
I love chicken too, and I think I'm gonna have to give it up as well. I'm trying to live to like 111.
Yeah. So but they're not eating chicken. They say they only drink water, but they're not losing
They're not what?
they're not losing any weight.
Mm-hmm.
What is the disconnect?
That would have to do with, honestly, if they're eating right and not losing weight, then
Yeah.
there's a bigger problem at hand.
Yeah, I think.
And I'm not trying to. So sugars, if you cannot lose the weight, sugars get hard in the body and they do like this.
All right.
So
Yeah, no. That's my number one thing is sugar.
yes.
If I could cut sugar out, I'd be an Olympiad. So if we cut out chicken, cut out sugar.
I would say some people can. So chicken, right?
Yeah.
The only chicken that I will eat is if a farmer that I personally trust raised this chicken.
Come on, Joy.
I'm serious.
I'm saying the
And hear me out.
person don't know a farmer.
That's what I'm saying.
Stop.
But if you don't know a farmer, that means like the Bible says, study to show thyself.
Yeah.
There are tons of farmers in Atlanta who need your support.
Yeah, but these people are global.
Well,
People
you
in
can
Cameroon here.
right. And guess what? There are farms all over the world.
Yes.
And the food and chemicals that are
Is-
legal here in America
Yes.
aren't over there in those other countries either.
So what is, in a healthy, well-balanced, alkaline life,
Mm-hmm.
what is a cheat day?
Oh,
What's a
I'll
guilty
probably-
pleasure? You got to have something.
I'm about to tell you.
Yes.
I'll probably do like a salmon Alfredo.
There's a cheat day.
Yes.
No.
Because I'm not supposed. Because I'm not. No, that's my.
Nothing.
Well, I'm not a sweets girl either. Because okay, so your vitamin lady gave me this spray to stop the sweet cravings, and after I took that for about a year, I can't have cookies and things like that all the time. I don't crave them. I'll say that. I used to, but
ice cream.
I don't do ice cream. I only do the oat milk ice cream.
That's not even real ice cream.
It is. You make oat milk and it's cream.
My grandmother, when we were growing up, had us eating oatmeal every day. And then I just see something on YouTube that's saying oatmeal not even healthy.
Depends on where the oats come from. But that's no. Well, Quaker, I don't know where Quaker make their oats.
Oh, yeah.
So that's another thing, like just knowing where your stuff comes from. But shopping with these farmers in Atlanta, you know that they're growing it. You can see it. Your garlic is real. Your apples are real. A lot of the stuff in the store isn't. That's why now they have an organic section and the rest of the sections.
Wow. And
if you're not shopping in the organic section, then you know, if I get my pepper from over here instead of from over here, of course, this pepper is $4 and this one's 99 cents. But do you want to live or not?
I want to live, but I got to ask you on the gentrification of groceries. And what I mean by that is, why is it so expensive to eat right if it is the most natural?
Because we're not supporting our farmers. So the price is high. If we start, and this is
no Whole Foods in the hood.
There is none. But you gonna give me trouble with these
No,
people.
you fine.
We just like the easy way. We don't really there's really no conviction when it comes to our food. Our kids are out of school. We need to make some chicken. Even I saw that went viral. Great Value chicken flat wings was $5.99 or something at Walmart. Stop buying that Great Value chicken. It's fake. And it says 12% chicken on the bag. Like,
wow.
How you eat 12% chicken and y'all are excited about this? And then we wonder why our kids are overweight, like they're not well. It's killing our community if we not eating right. And that is a spiritual thing.
They're more food addicts than there are addicts of anything else. How do we break that addiction, particularly for our children who are doing less outdoor activity, exerting less energy? Or how do we break that spirit of addiction? Here's the drum roll. When their parents don't exercise or their parents are not functioning in the alignment that you have.
We'll talk about the church. I think if we maybe had a blood type day, we preaching about blood types today. How many people can walk? How many people wake up with pain every day? How many people's child is saying, I'm sick every 2 weeks? If there was more awareness, because people think, honestly, eating for your blood type and doing the things that I do is witchcraft. Like, oh, you drink those herbs. Oh, you're a root doctor and you do this. No, I'm trying to live. I'm not doing a spell. No. I'm putting dandelion, Dominia, and maca in my tea so I can have energy. I can feel great. I can move great, and I can wake up. Like, I wake up at 4:30, so my day starts early.
What time do you go to bed?
About 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Oh, that's why.
I mean, but
the average person can't go to bed at 8:30.
Okay,
The good shows ain't even on until 10.
The good shows. And that's another thing. Falling asleep. Listen, fall asleep to some meditation music. Turn a worship. Praise the Lord.
Yes.
If you need that.
8:30 to 4:30. You get up at 4:30. What you doing?
Working, studying. Wow. But I always have my tea first though, because the tea go brighten you up.
Yeah. At 4:30.
And calendula. That's another one I take every day. That'll clear your skin, ladies. I mean, y'all doing all these regimens. Just get you some calendula tea. It's a yellow leaf. And that's another thing too. When you're drinking these teas, take them out the tea bag. Get you the loose leaf. Because the tea bag has toxins in it too, and that's gonna.
Black people are just drinking Lipton.
And then a blood type can't have black tea.
Really?
And my mama made the best. Now I Decatur.